Thank you. 6 minutes after 9 o'clock. Thank you for tuning in. Bern Paraiso is here from Good for All Marketing. And today we've got a special, extra long version of the program with Bern because she has a special guest with her today. So I'll let Bern introduce her guest. And good morning, Bern.
Good morning, Larry. And good morning, Robin.
Good morning.
There you go. So
Yes.
How you doing? How you doing? Now I
And
hear
good
you.
morning
Now I
to
hear
all
you.
our listeners this morning. I'm doing pretty good. With me today, I have. It is a pleasure to have Karen Vega, and she is the executive director and the founder of the Outreach Autism Services Network. Hi, Karen. How are you?
Very good. Thank you so much for having me today, Bern.
So it is. This. We spoke a little bit when we were outside, and we have something in common. And GFA. I am very passionate as far as helping organizations, especially locally, and it's one organization at a time.
It's one at a time. It always is.
And Larry and Robin, they are also, into fundraising as well.
Oh, my
And they are
gosh.
very active. Do you work 24/7?
It's a hard lesson to learn that you can only do one at a time. Actually, we do one and then lots of little ones at any given time. I'm sure you do the same thing, right?
But isn't that a fun thing? Yes, I do. And like I said, it's about giving back. It is the best thing. I believe that in this kind of life, helping others and making a difference in, every situation is just the greatest thing. So Karen, I know that you have been a part of your organization. Can you tell us a little bit about, what are the projects that you have coming up and what is exactly, what is it all about and what is your mission?
Well, I have 3 children with autism, and for 4 years I complained that I couldn't find services in our community, and then we started out as a once-a-month support group. And so from there, we had families that really were telling us, I need respite care, I need summer camps, I need inclusion education, I need art therapy, I need all of these things. And so 5 years ago, we became a nonprofit organization and began offering those things.
Oh,
and
wow.
So that's what we continue to do. So honestly, basically, I'm an autism mom that just really felt like I needed to do more. And so not only do I develop programs and services for my children, provide employment for parents of children with autism, and hopefully in the future partnering to be able to provide employment for adults with autism as well, I'm providing services for my own children. And so it's a little bit of a selfish effort to a certain degree. But
No, not at all.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's one of the most giving things you could do.
Right, but for the information of our listeners, I mean, we can define a little bit about what is autism.
Yeah.
So this is from Wikipedia, the free encyclopedia. Autism is a neurodevelopmental disorder characterized by impaired social interaction, verbal and nonverbal communication, and restricted behavior. So do you want to add about, how many kids do you have at this point?
We serve families in 5 counties because there's families that just cannot find services. So we probably have about 1,500 families we serve. So, and that's just continuing to grow all the time. And then our inclusion school, which is for gifted children, typically developing children, and children with autism, serve 50 children. That's Ocala Preparatory Academy.
And is that the only location you have, considering that you are catering to a lot of, 4 or 5 counties?
5 counties, and what we're trying to do, and for those of your listeners that are interested in helping us, we are looking at getting land and building a 50,000 square foot facility that would be recreation, education, research, doctors, therapists, all under one roof. And so
is that here in Ocala?
That's the plan. That's the plan. We have a couple of different pieces of land that we're looking at, but if anyone has land that they would like to donate to us in this effort, we're looking at getting a community block grant and building. We call ourselves a mini hub for autism, but we would like to become the hub for autism, not only for research, but inclusion education and programs and services.
What is, I don't know if there is a blanket statement, because what Robin and I have learned about autism is minuscule compared to the information you have, obviously. But what we've learned is that if we know anybody with autism, we only know one person with autism. That's that cliche, because
that's true.
They're all so different. So with that kind of as a precursor to what I'm about to ask, what are the challenges regarding an autistic child in public school that need to be dealt with that the public schools just aren't equipped to deal with? What kind of what kind of issues does the parent face, I guess?
Well, I can tell you that being a friend of Heidi Mayer, the new school superintendent, they are really making some improvements. But what can still be improved on is we need smaller class sizes, and we need to include these children more and make sure that they feel like they're part of the process, that they have a routine, and that especially for those individuals that can't communicate, communication devices, we really need to make sure that these children are getting communication devices, because that's a huge frustration for those that can't communicate. And I have 2 sons that were nonverbal and were also hard of hearing for many years. And so I can tell you that they would scream for hours at a time when they couldn't get out what they wanted to say. So for those individuals that need communication devices, that's a really important thing. And
Wow.
Yeah.
And what's an example of a communications device?
There are apps that you can get that you can put on your what do you call it, on your
Phone?
iPad
Yeah.
and phones and
Uh-huh.
those sort of things. There's lots of different devices that you can get. It really is specialized to that child.
Really?
And there are speech therapists and different people that work with the children to see what kind of communication device works best for them.
Oh
So,
my gosh!
yeah.
Wow.
Very challenging
Yeah.
position to be with. So, as far as your teachers, you know,
Yes.
how many teachers do you have in this facility?
Gosh, we have 5 teachers, and then we have what we call classroom managers and aides. So depending on the grade, it's anywhere from kindergarten to 12th grade. It could be either a 5-to-1 ratio or a 10-to-1 ratio.
And it really helps, Larry, because I was talking to Karen, and she said that the parents are either working part-time and full-time in this facility.
Yeah.
You know, it sounds like to me the ratio is important.
It is very
You can't have
important.
30 kids in a class and have them autistic. It's just not going to work, right?
Well, the thing that's amazing is that we have inclusion education, which is gifted children, typically developing children, and children with autism, and we feel it's really important to have a mix of children, not just children with autism,
Well, that's good,
because
yeah.
they work up.
Yeah.
But I feel that small class sizes are good for all children. I really do feel like we've had a child that didn't even have autism that came up 2 grade levels. And so, you know, he was having some issues in math, and he came up 2 grade levels. We have an individual with autism that came up 5 grade levels in reading. We've had other children that have been gifted that, you know, some of them are exclusively working on college work. We have some amazing work going on, and it's not specific to children with autism in our school. So it's really something that's good for all. And I think that a lot of the techniques that are used for children with autism, applied behavioral analysis, for example, can be used for children of all ages and children of all diagnoses and no diagnosis for that matter.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
just it's a different way of raising your child and treating your child and making sure that there's a routine set into place. All these things are important for individuals with autism, but help everyone. So
Are you helping train all of the teachers in Marion County to, become familiar with autism and helping the students?
we do some of that, but a lot of that is through the Center for Autism and Related Disabilities. We are working on a program to hopefully be training the daycare providers and the VPKs through the Early Learning Coalition, providing 20-hour behavioral training. And so we're hoping that will take place soon, but we'll have to get back in touch with the Early Learning Coalition to see where that's at. So.
Very interesting, and I'm sure, you know, the community right now, would like to know about this, the projects that you have underway. And I know that your organization partners with a lot of other charitable organizations here in town. Can you mention a few? You mentioned MTRA as one, and also Pilot International.
Yes.
Right? They also raise funds for
Yes,
your
they'll-
organization.
On May 6th, they'll be offering the Good Deeds for Special Needs Walk Run. It's a 5K run and also a non-competitive walk. And you can actually sign up for this still. It's $15 for youth participants and $30 for adults. And that's going to be at the Baseline Park. And you can just get in touch with our office at 352-462-0168 for more information.
Can you repeat that one more time?
Our
Telephone number?
office number is 352-462-0168, and just ask for Carolina. She'll be happy to help you with this.
Or do you have a website that they can gather the information and sign up?
As far as signing up, if you go to Facebook and you search for their Good Deeds for Special Needs, there's a link there where you can actually sign up. I think they have 2 different organizations that you can sign up through. It's not sign up through us, or I would have more information. I just got this morning, so I apologize for not having as detailed information as I would have wanted to.
The link that Bern provided us with was signmeup.com.
That should be it then. There we go.
Okay, there you go. Signmeup.com. And for those of you that would like to be a part of this, fundraising for the autism children, again, the telephone number is 352-462-0168. And if you'd like to visit our website, it's www.oasn for Outreach Autism Services Network.info, www.oasn.info, or if you want the long one, it's Outreach Autism Services Network.org. It's really long, though.
Okay.
Interesting, thank you.
Yeah.
And as I was researching, early this morning, the autism is actually a national organization, right? And
Our organization is just regional.
it's regional.
Yes, I
And-
started it 6 years ago, so.
So she,
Wow.
so she is the founder
Yes.
and the executive director of the location here in Ocala.
Yes.
And thank you so much, for.
Well, we're not done yet, but we do have a phone call, and
Yes,
and
I
we're
was gonna say we can take a call.
You're gonna stay till the bottom of the hour, right?
Sure,
So before
definitely.
we do the break, let's go to the phone call. We've got somebody waiting patiently. Good morning. Thank you for waiting. You're on the air with Bern Paraiso and Karen Vega.
My alma mater, Clarkson University, is doing some research into autism. I've been away from there for 40 years, so I'm not exactly sure what the scope of it is. But if you wish to contact them, I'm sure they would take your inquiry.
Okay, what's a good contact phone number for them?
Just a second. I got to get the paper out from under the cat.
Well, thank you for calling.
He's getting the paper out from under the cat.
Yeah.
The cat is on the paper. I hate when that happens, don't you?
Okay.
All right. Go ahead, Jim.
Okay. It's 315.
You need new glasses.
It's okay, John.
315. That sounds like an old phone number. 3 digits. All right, Jim. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take a break.
All right.
You got it?
Just a second.
All right. Let me take a break. During the commercials, hopefully we'll be able to.
Okay,
Hear him
sounds
up there.
good. Sounds good.
All right, we'll be right back with Bern and Karen. This is the Source WOCA.
The weather is brought to you by myfwc.com. Safe boating is no accidents. On this Monday, clouds and some sunshine and becoming breezy with a shower or thunderstorm in spots arriving in the afternoon along the coast. The high 78 at the coast, 87 inland. For Monday night, clear to partly cloudy, lows in the mid to upper 50s inland, 63 along the coast. Tuesday, a mostly sunny, pleasant day with lower humidity, high 83 to 87. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg.
Hi, I'm Seth with AA Lock, Dock, and Security. Have you ever thought about the locks or security on your house or business? Have you ever wondered why the keys to your new car cost so much? Well, at AA Lock, Dock, and Security, we can help with securing your valuables. We can even replace those expensive transponder keys. We can give you the knowledge that no one else will. Call AA Lock, Dock, and Security at 867-1965. That's 867-1965.
Hey, Matt, I know Sunrise Automotive does auto stuff, but I need some tires for my truck. Can you recommend someone?
Yes, I can. We do that.
No, I mean, I need them installed and balanced and all that.
Yep, we do that.
Well, my son needed his windows tinted.
Yep, we do that.
I need my
too.
seat replaced.
Yep, we do that too.
I need a new roof line, and a new spoiler, and a new
Yep,
trunk.
we can even do that too.
Okay, I get it. I suppose you can also do a radio show, too.
Well, as a matter of fact, join me, Matt Gibbs from Sunrise Automotive, every Tuesday at 10 for auto repair with personal care right here on The Source.
What you may have missed on the John Tesh Radio Show.
And small dogs, they can be aggressive. Have you seen this? The dog most likely to bite other dogs, strangers, or even their vet, it's the dachshund. Our eyes should never have to tilt more than 10 degrees to read something. Otherwise, we're more likely to crane our neck up or down, which raises our risk for neck and back aches. People living near a Target store have homes that have increased in value by 5 to 8% more than the national average.
Intelligence for your life on the John Tesh Radio Show. Don't miss this stuff.
All right, 21 minutes after 9 o'clock. Thank you for tuning in. Bern Paraiso is here from Good for All Marketing, and Bern is here normally for 15 minutes, but today she's here the entire 25-minute segment. Her guest is Karen Vega, the founder and executive director of the Outreach Autism Services Network, and the website that we learned about is outreachautismservicesnetwork.org, and we are continuing with the conversation. If I could just slip in one thing, Karen. I think when we hear about autism or any condition really that people associate with birth, okay, like
yes.
a birth defect, the one thing we always say, what can we do to help? It sounds like you've got an idea on how to help.
I do.
So the big question we have is, how do we help you? And it sounds like the 5K run and other fundraisers are part of that answer.
She actually has another one.
We're a community-sponsored agency, and so it's really important that the community supports us. We have an event, benefit event coming up April 29th through the 30th. It's Autism Awareness Weekend, and it's the third year that the MUGS, the Most Unusual Group Serving Florida, has offered this.
Yeah. You're part of it.
Yeah. They're an amazing group of bikers, and I tell you, I mean, when they decide to get behind something, they get behind our effort and also behind hospice. They do not stop. They just keep going. And so they've got Hunter's Run, which Hunter is actually the grandson of the founder of this organization. It's a poker run that offers 6 stops, and the run ends at English Start Tavern. Food will be for sale. There'll be a live open jam hosted by Miss and Piston Rocks, raffles, and auction. And on Sunday, they'll be offering the MUGS Golf Scramble for Autism. They'll offer 50/50s, raffles, and auctions, and it's a really great fun weekend. They also have a car show as well, and so there's just all sorts of fun stuff going on, and you can look them up on Facebook as well, just MUGS, MUGS, or Most Unusual Group Serving Florida, and Rebel and Curtis and the whole team will be more than happy to let you know what's going on, and we'll have a booth there, and we're just really excited to have the support. They're going to be supporting our summer camp. It's called Active Minds Summer Camp, and this is our 4th year offering summer camps. Wow. And it's really important because children with autism, they generally don't have an opportunity to experience something so special, and so they can come and experience our inclusion camp in an environment where they can be included in everything. And that's what we're all about as an organization, is making sure these kids and young adults with autism are included in everything from recreation to education to employment. We really want to make sure that there's inclusion at all times. So.
You had brought something up about folic acid.
Yes, I found out that I have a gene mutation, and so does my son, all 3 of my sons, and my husband. It's called MTHFR, and it's basically you can't process folic acid, so you need a methylated form of folic acid and B vitamins. And so once we started taking this, it not only helped me, but it helped my husband. It certainly helped my boys. I've seen them doing a lot better. What happens is that once you're able to process vitamins in your body, you either can take less medications if you need medications, or if you don't need medications, this will just help you to talk more, to be able to interact more, to just be able to do better if you are an individual with autism. And as you know, you have to take folic acid when you're pregnant. That's the first thing that the doctor tells you. You need to take a multivitamin. So I did what all expectant mothers do, is I took a multivitamin not knowing that it will be toxic for me to take it.
Wow.
And so it's really a big mission of mine, as well as many others, so I haven't had a lot of time, but maybe Bern can help me with this, is to get with OBGYNs in the area and anywhere that wants to partner with us. I'd love to be able to have the DNA swab test. It's a $200 DNA swab, but it's covered by most insurances. And once you get this, then you'll know whether you have this gene mutation. 60% of the population has this. So if 60% of the population has this, I don't really know if it's really a gene mutation or what you'd call it. I'm certainly not a medical person, but I can just tell you that if that many people have this, then if you can get this methylated folic acid, and I take something called Enlight, and it's a prescription multivitamin. If you can get this into the hands of expectant mothers, would you see a significant decrease in autism, and I really think that you would. I mean, obviously there'd have to be, research and trials and these sort of things, but I would like to be a part of that effort and see if there could be a reduction, and especially mothers that have children with autism and then having a second child with autism and seeing if they didn't have another child with autism, because all three of mine have it.
That's going to, somebody's going to erect a statue for you, of you. No, I am saying that because I really think you're bringing information. First of all, Robert and I have done this forever.
Yeah.
Right. We've had experts all over the map from talking about autism. I've never heard that before. That's awesome. And you're hooked up with somebody awesome. Bern, by the way, is one of the things that we see is a problem.
Yeah.
Good people with good ideas and good intentions don't know how to get the word out.
Right.
It's true.
And so while our mission is so minuscule compared to yours.
Oh, please. You're doing great work, too.
No, our mission is just to get the other people's missions out.
Right.
And Bern is like in between. She knows medicine and she knows how to public relations.
Yes.
So I think,
That's
Bern,
true.
you're going to be, there's a statue for you, too.
Well, there's,
I'm just so glad to have met her.
Yeah, I know. Well, thank you. And Karen, imagine, she is a mom with 3 children, and the 3, they have autism.
Yeah.
How do you wake up in the morning, going through the routine of, and I know that you're in school a lot, but you also do a lot of engaging with the community and...
Well, I don't actually work directly for the school. It's our subsidiary company. So we have an amazing staff. We have a lead teacher, a dean of students. We have teachers. We have an administrator. I work for the parent company, and so I oversee everything that needs to be done for autism and our inclusion school. But there's not a lot of sleep. We have one that has seizures. We have another one that has some learning issues that we just found out may be due to his iron levels being low, and we've been trying to supplement that. So, it's difficult, but
very
it's
challenging in the morning. And what are the ages of your children?
Almost 13, almost 12, and 7, and so it's busy. And then we had an event this weekend, the Autism Family Fun Day, that we participated in. So. April's it's a good month, but it's a busy month, and so it's kind of tough on my boys because it's change in routine, and individuals with autism, change in routine is difficult. So
now, is April an autism month?
April is Autism Awareness Month. So.
March is colonoscopy month.
Yeah.
March is?
Oh,
yeah.
Yes, it is March.
We don't have a month that starts with the letter
April.
C.
Oh,
It's now April.
no, March. No, hold on. April is autism.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
But the month of
But
March.
she's stuck on colonoscopy. She just loves them.
I'm just saying that every month there's always...
every month there's something. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Always. Like January, what is it?
Jalapeno month. I think it's jalapenos.
And do we have avocado month? Not trying to. But anyway, the 3 children, they're all boys, right?
All boys, which there's more occurrence of boys that have autism than there are of girls, and I don't know how much of that is just there's underdiagnosing. Or if it's, I don't know. To me, there's so much more research that has to be done, and that's what I want to do. Why aren't the girls being diagnosed as much? So we've been working hard, and we've gotten several girls diagnosed in the last year, and that to us is a really big deal because not that you want a child to have autism, but you want them to get services, and a lot of these services you can't get until you have the autism diagnosis. So it's kind of like we get happy for these families because they can finally get the services in place that they've been wanting to get for so long.
Karen Vega.
And although there is no known cure, there have been reported cases of children who recovered.
Bern, thank you so much. You bring us some really great guests. Karen, I admire what you're doing. You are a brave and amazing lady.
Oh, thanks.
Bern you've done a perfect thing by meeting with Bern and because Bern can get the word out, and that's what you need. You need people to hear about what you're doing. We will do our part to make sure we get the word out about the 5K walk and run on May 6th.
Thank you very much. And I'm Bern Paraiso. This is all for this week, and I'll be back next Monday here at WOCA. Have a great week.
Fox News Radio, I'm Pat O'Neill. This Saturday marks President Trump's 100th day in office, and critics say he has yet to push through any major legislation.
The White House Budget Director Mick Mulvaney defended that record on Fox News Sunday.
We put out more executive orders than any previous administration in the last 50 years.
And more executive orders are coming. The president